أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
سيدنا محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الحمد لله الذي خلق الأرض والسماوات وجعل فيهما نورا وظلمات وفضل بعد الظهور على بعض في درجات. Glory to Allah who created the earth and the heavens and placed within them light and darkness, who honored some months over other months in their ranks. Subhana man fadala shahra Shaban bi laylatul barat, and he honored the month of Shaban with laylatul barat. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika wa la nadhira lahu wa la mathila lahu. شهادة موصلة إلى درجات العاليات. ونشهد أن سيدنا مولانا محمد عبده وحبيبه ورسوله أرسله الله تعالى رحمة للعالمين، أفضل الموجودات وكمال المخلوقات، صلى الله تعالى عليه وآله وأصحابه وأزواجه وذرياته الكرام وأتباعه وخلفاء راشدين مرشدين مهديين من بعده ووزرائه الكاملين في أهله خصوصا منهم الأئمة خلفاء الراشدين سيدنا أبو بكر وعثمان عليه القدر الجليل الباقي في الصحابة والتابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. أيها المؤمنون الحاضرون، اتقوا الله تعالى وأطيعوه، إن الله مع الذين اتقوا والذين هم محسنون. وقال الله سبحانه وتعالى كتاب منزل نبي مرسل: وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون ما أريد منهم من رزق وما أريد أن يطعمون إن الله هو الرزاق ذو القوة المتين. صدق الله تعالى ربنا العظيم. Viewers, Assalamu alaikum. أيها المؤمنون الحاضرون. Jumuah Mubarak to everyone. It's now happy to put for today. ينمو على ليلة نصف شعبان، ليلة البراءة. At the middle of Shaban, night of mid Shaban, is the Laylatul Barat. فيها مفروق قول أمر حكيم أمر مفروقات. And it's the night every affair of divine wisdom is made distinct insofar as it relates to divine orders concerning Allah's creation. That night is inscribed most fitting who will live and who will die, who will gain, who will lose. Everything is for those who are able to read Allahu Mahfuz, they can see it. Prophet said like this: it's the most important night after the Laylatul Qadr. Islam. And it's a night for it's a night that most of the sins of the believing men and believing women from the Ummah of Muhammad are forgiven that night. It's a night for extra prayings and dua, as much or as little as you can do. Full doing for Laylatul Barat is after Asr before Isha, after Maghrib before Isha, to recite 3 times Surah Yasin. There's a special dua. First time for Rizq, New Year. Second time for safety from catastrophes and difficulties. And the third time long life to see Mahdi alayhi salam, to see long life of faith. And then as the night goes on, it's Mustab, good practice. No one has to do it. It's not powered or that, but they pray 2 rakahs up to 100 rakahs with Fatiha and 10 Qul Huwallahu Ahad every rakah, so it comes to 1,000. We prayed in Jamaat if we can, from different years, according to the different experiences we're having. It goes differently. Sometimes standing with power, sometimes sitting in the chair, sometimes blazing away at top speed, sometimes very slow. We do what we can do. Even 2 rakahs is all right for that night in Sahel Tasbih. You can't pray 100 rakahs, sit and recite 1,000 times Qul Huwallahu Ahad. Acceptable also. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. I'm looking at some books about how the ancient people looked at the stars and planets, especially in Islamic times, in Arabic and others, how they were looking at it. This night is a night where astrology, astronomy, and spirituality comes together on the same one. Astrologers say, according to the position of the moon and whatever planets are holding sway, keeps their influence. That's what you get, the mix, the constitution on that night. Awliya like Shaykh Muhammad saying, look at the spirituality of it, all of it goes back to Allah. Allah ordered the sun and the moon and the stars and the day and the night. It's a night for reflecting on the signs of Allah. I think that one night of the year to be important for experiencing the tajalli of Allah's signs in the heavens. In olden times, as I was reading, they used to know all of it. They were living in a different world from us. Now, modern times, we don't see stars anymore. You might see one dot in the sky or 2. And we live by the clock. Clock 24 hours is the same. Every hour is like every other hour. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. What's the difference? Nothing. Appointment at 3, appointment at 2. They weren't looking at it that way. The hours and the days is a different looking. What would appear in the first hour after sunrise, not equal to what the clock would say about it. They were expecting a different agenda, different spiritual appearance. And they conducted their lives according to that. Who was writing according to times to write, times not to write. Times to make dua, times not to. Everything had a, what did the Bible say? For everything there is a season. A season. You were looking at the seasons of the day and the night. And we're taking wisdoms. Quran says that Noah salam, he said to Allah, I have called my people privately and in public. I have called them by day and by night. They never listened to me. Shaykh Muhammad said, if he had called them by night in the day and by day in the night, they would have listened to him. Because they had a different way of looking at things. A different way of looking at things. Call by day in the night means you give hope in their darkness. If you threaten somebody who's hopeless with punishment, they'll run away. Who's going to listen? One more thing you added to it. And by night, in the day, if no control, we run crazy. Human beings run crazy with their carryings on. No limit. We injure ourselves. So if they call them by day in the night and night in the day, people would have been more successful. And they knew how was the order of things. Shaykh Abdul Haqq used to say, Allah gave human beings the capacity or the ability to think deeply about things. If you think deeply about Allah's signs, the rising of the sun, the setting of the sun, the coming of the clouds, the coming of the wind, the coming of the rain, the leaves turning green in the spring, turning brown in the, all those things. So many signs. Deeply about them, it leads you to knowledge of unity. But we don't think about anything. Oh, hey, oh, it's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is like 4 o'clock, it's like 1 o'clock. The whole world is running on that. There's no, we took all the wonder out of it. That 2 o'clock that we're running to keep our dunya might be a special, like Laylatul Barat, might be a holy time. Might be the doors of heaven are open. I said there are times in the affairs of men when the doors are open. Who was asking me? What's the famous hadith? In the last third of the night, after Allah descends to the lowest heaven, says, who is awake asking me, I should give them. Asking forgiveness, I should forgive them. Asking my love, like that, like that. But no one asked. Oh, it's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock is the same as 2 o'clock. So you want is 1 o'clock. It's the time that heavens are open. What? I never heard. No one's thinking about that. No one's thinking about that. May Allah forgive us and grant us the blessings of that holy night. We intend to be ready for that night to do whatever we can do. 2 rakahs, 4 rakahs, 10 rakahs, whatever we can do. 100 rakahs, 1,000 rakahs. Take it down. Time. We went upstairs to the mosque. So we pray 2 rakahs. Slowly. Okay, that's only 2 rakahs. We finished it. 2 more. Uh-oh. He went up to 100 like that. That's what's the rebellion. We do whatever what we can do. May Allah make it easy for us to do something. We intend to be here in the mosque on Monday night, inshallah. Don't know it's Monday or Tuesday. Went and took a picture of the no moon. No moon tonight. And the second night there was moon. And somebody said, lovely picture of the second night of Shaban. In San Diego. San Diego's 4-hour flight from. In the old days, there was no place on earth as far as San Diego. That person was in Washington, so it's a 6-hour flight. No place the Sahaba traveled as far as a 6-hour flight. Say there was never mind. So we'll keep something tomorrow night. Read 3 Yasin. Dua. You have that dua? Yes. I was reading something. I'm not reading this. I wasn't sleeping and I wasn't reading it also. Time changes according to your state. Happy state goes quickly. Slow state goes, bad state goes slowly. May Allah make it too easy for us. Allah make it too easy. Grant everyone happiness, and mercy, and love, and rizq, and safety, and long life, and faith in this month. Love of prophets, love of awliya, love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make us to take wisdoms from that night. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala better than that. كلم الله أنت العزيز الألام كما قال الله تبارك وتعالى في الكلام وإذا قرئ القرآن فاستمعوا له وأنصتوا لعلكم ترحمون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The hardest thing you've done in your studies. Part in the Khutba where you have to put on your glasses and have both hands free and pick up the book. Hasanati, yudhibna sayyi'at. Goodness blots out badness. The prayers on the night of Day of the Barat covers 1 year of mistakes. Alhamdulillah. Hamdan kamilin wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulina Muhammad Ali wa sahbihi ajma'in. تعظيما للنبي وتقييم فقامت بشارة فيه وقال عز وجل من قائله مغفرة وآمرة إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد. قام شعبان أو هذا fasted in the month of Shaban and by your purity and followers. It's also recommended at least to fast the day after the Barat, the 2 days. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وبارك اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى سيدنا محمد كما بارك على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا نبينا مولانا محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين. توب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم إنك على كل شيء قدير وإجابة الجدير. اللهم اهدنا لطريقك فيما هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت إنك تقضي وليت عليك إنه لا يذل من وليت ولا يعز من عليك. تبارك ربنا وتعاليت فلك الحمد ولا ما قضيت. نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. صلى الله على النبي الأمي وعلى وصحبه وسلم. اللهم اشفنا من عذاب وبلاء ما لا يشفيه غيرك. اللهم اسقنا غيثا سقيا رحمة ولا تجعلنا من القانطين. فابن في ورحمة الخير الرحمة افتحنا فاطمة قريب أنت خير الفاتحين فكوتي أجابي وقوم ظلموا الحمد لله رب العالمين. أبي جعل من القوة جعل من الملك السلطان كان حقا من نفس المؤمنين. اللهم افتح لنا أبواب السلام بيدك إن الله لطيف بالعباد كوتي أجابي وقوم من ظلموا. الحمد لله رب العالمين. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.